Sure, if it does, it might be a factor. And again, it's going to depend on specific facts. Unfortunately, like with most law, but especially in IP, there is no, this is the rule, and if you follow this rule, like speed limit, if you go 54, you're okay, 55, you're okay, but 56, you can get a ticket, but you may not get a ticket till 60. You can't get it that specific.
That was a great analogy.
Unfortunately, it's
I
not
think
like
I've been
that.
through that speed trap at least once. Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one, yeah. Everybody can relate to that.
I wish it was that easy. Actually, I don't, because if it were that easy, you might not be
You might never
jobs.
die. Are you familiar with Inventors Roundtable, the group that meets here in Fort Collins? They meet, well, sometimes they meet at the Chamber of Commerce building.
Oh, okay.
And then sometimes they meet at Brooklyn's, the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
But you should probably go.
Sure, send me some information on that.
Yeah, do you have cards?
Yeah, I have cards. If anybody wants to get one, you can give me a call or email me if you have a question after. I can't answer a specific legal question for you unless you hire me as your attorney, but I can have general type questions. I can give you general information or point you to the right direction, like if you need to know where to find circulars on the copyright office website, I'd be happy to help with that. Also, on the handout that you have my contact information on there, but you can also get one of my cards. On the last page, I think there's an evaluation. That's just for my own personal use, so I know what I should change. Like I say, I started this in 2005. I've been making changes ever since, and I do value feedback, positive or negative, if you don't mind filling that out. And I think that Benjamin might have some other...
Right here.
Okay, that has some other reviews, and those are the ones that he'll use, whether or not he wants to ask me back.
Oh, sure, you got to.
But pass those around, just make sure that everybody gets one.
I will see.
Do you guys have one?
Have you had any clients that do the trademark infringement search? And they found out, oh, there's a match, you can't use
Yeah,
this?
I do trademark.
And then-
They're called clearance opinions.
Right.
And like I say, I order that Thompson & Thompson opinion, and then they send me the 300 pages, and I sit there and I read through them, and I say, this one's close, this one's close. You should consider, you may run some risk if you decide to use this mark, because they may or may not come out.
There have been times where you had to do multiple searches
Oh yeah,
because
lots of times.
some client
That's why I
has 2 or
always-
3 or 4 different tries.
That's why I always say do your own first,
Yeah.
because the real simple one that you can find on Google, why pay me for it? Go at least go through a couple iterations on your own, then come to me and say, I can't find this anywhere. I've checked the trademark office database, I checked the state registry, I checked the phone book, I did Google. I can't find this anywhere. Can you do your search and tell me whether or not you think it's worth using or not? And at least that point won't get knocked out of the water right away. So. But yeah, we've done the $1,200 to $1,500 searches before, and then they come back and yeah, this mark is dead on, or it's so close, you better not use it. You're just asking for an infringement suit, and then you have to invest another 12 to 15 years.
Do you have time for individual questions or?
Yeah, we have another, it's like almost 10 minutes if you guys want to ask some questions.
Like a one-on-one question? Or?
Yeah, want to maybe wait till after the class clears out if you have a question you want to ask me specifically.
Do you have an additional survey of your own? Because I wrote one.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, that was a real eye-opener.
So if you're using a DBA, should you put TM behind the DBA, or should you put DBA behind it or anything?
Depends how you're using it. If you're using
Okay.
it to identify your company, just do DBA. If you're identifying a service that you're offering, put the T of Marissa. They'll be times like when you're filling out a bank application for a loan, where you're using it as a company name, DBA, or in the copyright notice, we're using it to identify my business owns that, then you're a DBA. If you're putting it out there as XYZ accounting services, you might want to put the SM on.
And that can only be registered at state level, correct, the DBA?
Well, yeah, yeah, you can only register your businesses within the states. There's no federal business registration. You can go into multiple states, or you can get, I mean, there's
Internet
reasons.
just changes, I mean, when you say, are you doing interstate, I mean, if you do it.
You really don't want it to be in too many, I mean, you don't want to register yourself in too many states, because then you're subject to all these different states' laws. What I usually try and do is I say, I'm registered in the state of Colorado, I'm an attorney in the state of Colorado. My business is here. If you're doing business with me, even if you're in another state, you're doing it here in Colorado under Colorado state law. So I don't have to go to Kansas to defend myself in court.
Yeah, everybody, go ahead and join us back in the main room. We're gonna gather for a moment and chat, and then we're gonna unleash you for lunch. And if you fill out your